There is no better place than this university or than university to digest and explore all these situations, to explore and to expose questions, no matter how stupid it seems to be. But there is no such thing as stupid question, because question calls for answers. Maybe you don't get the answer at the end of the semester. Please don't blame me for that. You don't tell me, sir, after I take cyber law with you, I am more confused now. I have more questions than answers. I can tell you that is what will happen. But at least you have the right questions. You know the right questions. You are not confused to ask questions. That's the first thing. And we give you tools, yeah, to find answers. What are those tools? Among others, we will share with you the fundamental concept, yeah, the concept of understanding the interaction between law and technologies, yeah, that are derived from so many sources. Yeah, I will share you with you the sources, the reading materials. Yeah, and when we say reading materials, especially fresh graduates who just started the masters, you really need to read. um, what makes this class different from the IT law, in case you ever taken it in the LLB program, is that it really requires your contribution and your participation. We will not look at the artificial problems, but we go down from the very beginning, try to comprehend the source. Yeah. Um, whenever there are, I mean, any sources, I'll share with you. Try your best to digest them. Okay. Uh, we will learn, among others, how before we look at the law and technology. Of course, we need to get to know to the technology itself. What is it that we are talking about? And of course, we are the word cyber law is actually we are narrowing down to information and communications technologies, or ICT. Yeah. In the past, when I said ICT, maybe it is only about computers. It is about computers, and then people are asking about SMS and so on. But as I just mentioned to you earlier in the beginning, ICT now is really ubiquitous and massive. Yeah. Not only it is about your computers, your mobile gadgets, but also anything which are interconnected. And we are not only talking about devices or machines. We are, more importantly, looking at the data. The data at the main channel or main corridor of these devices. Yeah. So people been talking about digital economy. Why we call it digital economy? Not so much about the digital technologies, but more because of the digital data. Yeah, the huge amounts of data being created, derived, exchanged, published, from time to time. It is huge. The amount is huge. Yeah, you can check later on that how much we have derived the data, electronic and digital data, in the past 3 years, equal to so many centuries before that. Why is that? This is what we call as datafication. You start to hear strange word from me. Datafications. It is actually creating data at any time. Yeah. Look, before this, whenever you want to do something, you just do it, isn't it? Maybe sometime you will inform your friends or inform some people. But most of time you just do it. You want to go somewhere, you just go. You want to do something, you just do. But today, you want to do something, you will write about it and you will publish about it. You want to go somewhere, you will record your travel and get it published somewhere digitally. You may not be intentionally publishing it sometimes, but then because of the convergence of the data with your devices, so your movement is actually recorded and they are stored somewhere. So what used to be done without recording, now you record it, and this becomes a data. Have you gone to, I believe you have gone to some buildings where you have to park your car. What do you do now after you go out from your car before going into the building? Especially you park inside the building with, you know, which is not so easy to remember. You will take the picture of your car, isn't it? Together with the numbering around it. Then you will store in your mobile phone. In the past, we just store it here. Yeah, we just store things here. But now we take the picture, and this picture in many ways may find its way to the internet. Yeah, especially if you keep on switching on your mobile, and before you know it, your mobile, wherever you go, is communicating with other mobiles or other sensors or other data towers, or perhaps with whatever devices around you. They are communicating. Just like an aeroplane, when it flies on the sky, it has this sensor to communicate with whatever, whichever tower, whichever, you know, sensor, radar, you know, to inform this is where I am. Especially if you remember the incident of the missing of the Malaysian Airlines aeroplane, then we realized that actually the aeroplane will keep on sending signals wherever it goes. Yeah, even without a human. And this signal will be captured by radars. This is how the machine communicates among them. The same things with your mobile, because your mobile is so equipped with a lot of sensors. It can be internet-based sensors, or it can be device-based sensors. For example, your Bluetooth or your chips, your GPS, yeah, or whatever else, you know, um, inside the mobile. It is giving you signals to all this, and now it is able to actually give signals, not only the position or the location, but also the content. Especially now during this COVID-19 pandemic, yeah, in Malaysia, government started to promote and encourage people to use so many apps. My Sejahtera used to be what? My Trace, Gerak Malaysia, and many others actually. So they want you to switch on the Bluetooth. So in order to allow tracing, yeah, in case anyone caught with the infection, they would want to know the movement. Okay, so this is exactly what we have now. Yeah? The technology allows the exchange of data, and this we have not still talked about whatever data you shared on social media. Yeah, I think people of your age, especially, are so much into social media. Maybe Twitter or Instagram. I know the teens now are into TikTok. So all this work the same. Has any of you read the term of use when you install any of those applications? Never. And you learn law. People like you studied law, you never bothered to read that terms of use. Even myself. We are just taking risk. We know when we do that, we are taking risk. If anything bad happens, which is actually according to the term of use, you are ready to surrender. It was my fault. But of course, people do this because they exercise their judgments between risk. If the risk is higher, then maybe you want to read the term of use better, isn't it? If it is just no, the problem is we don't know the risk. Like using these apps on mobile phone, you know that when you wanted to install it, then the apps tells you by installing these apps, you agree that it will be able to access to the data. No issue lah. That's what you said. No issue lah. Yeah. Today only the Jabatan Perlindungan Data Pribadi, the Department of Data Protection of Malaysia, issued a warning, yeah, about the possibility of, or about the allegations, yeah, of AirAsia disclosing the data of their customers to other people. From time to time, we hear this kind of stories. Our data may not be safe anymore. You know? So, who actually has the control to our data? Um, that is really a big question. Because when you thought you have enough control, the fact is that maybe you just have lost all the control because of all these issues. Yeah. So, my brothers and sisters, this what I'm saying, all this, yeah, not without reason. I'm just giving you how complicated it can be, you know, with the use of the gadgets as well as the apps, something that we cannot do without today. Like what we do now. Yeah, we used to have face-to-face class and do not worry to expose our data to third parties. But by having these online classes, there is another risk, of course. There's another risk that we are exchanging data or information uh, uh, through the system, which is not necessarily safe. And there had been complaints against Zoom. Yeah, they said that Zoom has not been careful enough, allowing the data of the users to be disclosed or to be channeled elsewhere. So there is always this kind of risk. And as I said, then what is when we relate it with what we learn, we will see how the law will deal with those things, because they will ask you, what can law do about this? Is there any hope? If anyone's data has been misused and he suffered because of that, is there any hope that he can take actions? Because the question will be how prepared our legislation is, how prepared our courts is, to deal with this. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is quite of some background where we are now. Yeah, not only because the devices are interconnected, but also because the data are so massively exchanged and we are losing the control out of it. Then those data, some of them are very crucial to our life. We wish to have a full control of it. Some of those data are so confidential, yeah, which is not supposed to fall to the wrong hands. Some of those data are private, that you will be embarrassed if it is disclosed to other people. Some of those data are secret, because the person who's conveyed the data to you, they want you to keep it secret. So if the technologies are so rampant, and to the extent that we may lose all those data, you will see the damage will be huge. And because the data is really the backbone of the economy today. If you look at the top wealthiest organizations and companies worldwide now, they are so much depending on their digital assets, not so much of their properties or land, yeah, but more into the digital assets. Assets includes the intellectual property, the confidential informations, the trade secrets, the databases, and so on and so forth. So is our law ready to deal with this situation? If somebody stole your property, then we have penal code or any criminal code readily to charge people and to put him in jail or to fine him. But if it is your data which is stolen, I just give you this example. If it is your data which is stolen, can we use the law of theft under the penal code? Of course not. Because we say it is stolen data, but then the data remains in your computer, except that some people already copied it away and may be able to use it. So is it a theft? Then the law must change. We cannot rely on law and the traditional law of theft for this kind of theft. So do we have enough law to protect against data theft, for example? You will find out very soon, yeah, in this subject. Okay, brothers and sisters, what I will tell you again, you will see lots of challenges and questions, but not necessarily the answers. We try to get those answers together. Some of them may look coming soon, some others may still be far-fetched, yeah? So I suppose you have seen the video that I created. Have you? No?
No, Prof.
No. Okay, no, this one, the video introducing about this subject, which I sent to the PG unit. Did they give you the link to it?
No, Prof.
No,
Sir, not
Prof.
yet.
They didn't say it.
No. Okay, never mind. I can give it to you.
Thank you, Prof.
There I mentioned about this subject. Yeah. Okay, let us, before I go further to the details of the subject or the course, I think what I have done in the past 40 minutes or so, I have been talking for 40 minutes. Yeah, I can't imagine that. Is to set up the background, yeah, where we are from and where we are now and where we are going to. Okay. But before I proceed and telling you about the expectation of this course, why don't we have, since now we are complete, 10 of us, we can have a introduction among us. Yeah. That's why I want you to put the camera on. Yeah. The good thing about this class, just like any other master's class, is that we have an international community. I mean, like more balanced distribution. Unlike in your LLB time where maybe more than 90% are locals, the law students in IIM are somehow deprived of some benefit, yeah, to be exposed to international community compared to other kuliah. And we only have few international students, but in master's level, I think it is more uh, fairly distributed between locals and non-Malaysians. Therefore, we can learn from each other. Please share with us, each of you, your background. Um, Perhaps where did you do your degree before this? And then whether you have any professional experience, and where you are from, perhaps, and anything else you like to share for now. Okay, who wants to start?
Can I start, bro?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ala, and I'm from Damascus, Syria. Actually, I graduated in Syria. I studied in Damascus. It's actually like we don't have specific law, but it's like, let's say it's general law. And then I graduated in 2017. I worked as an internship for around 5 months, and then I came to Malaysia like 2 years ago, and I started here my MCL.
Alhamdulillah. So this is this your first semester for you, Ala?
No, this is my second semester, bro.
Second semester. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now we can move next.
Assalamualaikum, Doktor.
Salam, Riyati.
Doktor, okay, and classmates, my name is Riyati. Doctor, I graduated from IIUM in LLB in 2016, and this is my first semester for MCL program, and I've practiced for almost 2 years, but I'm taking my time off from practice to focus in study. Okay, Doctor, thanks for remembering me and my friend. Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, what did you do during practice?
I did a bit of general litigation and mostly criminal matters.
And are you still practicing or you stopped for a while?
I stopped for a while.
Okay.
Thank you, Doctor.
All right. Because you also remind me about Hafizul Awang, yeah, or Fizul, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know he's in UK now. But I thought he was joining TNB.
TNB, yes, sir. He was a legal executive there.
And
But
then
he just resigned.
Resigned and then doing his masters or what?
Yes, LLM in UK.
Okay, good. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, looking forward to discussing further. Who else, please?
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Yes.
Sorry, Doctor, joining 40 minutes late.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
My name is Ahmad Irfan bin Yusof. So currently, this is my final semester for MCL. So I did my degree in Sharia, graduated from Morocco. So currently, I'm practicing in Sharia Executive in Great Eastern Takaful Berhad.
I see. Good. So this is your last semester. What else you are doing this semester?
Islamic criminal law.
Okay, so I understand you are working at the same time now.
Yes, Doctor. Probably for the following classes, I'll be quite late.
I see. So, what is your realistic time to join?
Actually, 5:30 should be okay, Doctor.
5:30. 5:30. Okay. We can consider his situation if you guys are okay.
Okay, hopefully will be okay.
Uh, we maybe okay. What this is what I think. We start by 5:20. Maybe normally in the beginning we don't really look into. I mean, we don't really start. So the moment you join by 5:30, inshallah, we would have started. Is that okay, Ahmad Irfan?
Yeah, inshallah, Doctor. Inshallah.
So for now, by 5:20 actually, it's okay. Next, before that, Ahmad Irfan, are you writing any dissertation now?
No, fully coursework, Doctor.
Okay, full coursework. All right. Thank you. Next.
I'm Abdul Qadir from Bangladesh.
Yeah, please.
I have completed my graduation in 2012. Now I hope this is my last sem because I have one more subject and this is the subject and another one is my dissertation. And my topic is computer-generated documents. This is an comparative study between Bangladesh and Malaysia.
Okay.
And,
Who's your
I'm a practicing
supervisor?
lawyer in my country. His name is Assistant Professor Dr. Ismail bin Haji Muhammad Yunus.
All right. Right. Okay. So all the best for your dissertation. It's something to do with electronic evidence, electronic documents.
Yeah, Prof. So that I have chosen your course this one.
Inshallah, it will supplement your dissertation as well. So Abdul Qadir, you said you were practicing as well?
Yeah, I'm practicing. I have
In
started
Bangladesh.
practice in 2013.
Okay. So you are a qualified lawyer back home.
Yeah, you can say like this.
Are you now in Bangladesh or in Malaysia?
Yeah, I'm in Bangladesh now.
Okay. So for now, you won't be able to come back, yeah?
Cannot.
Right. Inshallah, things will be easier for us. Inshallah. All right. Thank you, Abdul Qadir. Next, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. Please.
My name is Kisra Esimchoro from United Republic of Tanzania.
Tanzania, mashallah.
Yes, I graduated from Muslim University of Morogoro in 2014, and then I joined to Law School of Tanzania, and I graduated in 2016. And in 2019, I came to UIA for MCL. And this is going to be my last semester because I've already done
your last semester. Yeah. Are you also writing a dissertation, Kisra?
No, I'm just doing by coursework, full coursework. Yeah.
Okay, good. Kisra is Caesar, yeah? Kisra is Caesar, is king.
Yeah, or the king.
So Tanzanian, then you speak Arabic?
No, we have some who are speaking, but me, I don't speak. I only speak English and my national language, Swahili.
Swahili, yeah, Swahili. Because we used to have many Tanzanian brothers in the past as friends in UAE. Okay, good. Kisra, thank you. Next, please.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum.
Doctor and fellow friends, my name is Muhammad Amirul Iman bin Muhammad Azhar. Just can call me Iman. I graduated with degree in Law and Sharia from USIM, University Science Islam Malaysia, last November 2019. And this is my first semester in MCL.
First semester in MCL, okay. USIM, yeah?
Yes, Doctor.
So, our deputy director was your dean, right?
Yes. Dr. Zulkifli Hassan.
Yes, yes,
It's my
yes.
favorite lecturer.
Wow, okay. Okay. Why is he your favorite?
Because one of subject that I learned from him is Islamic banking and takaful. So that is my one of.
Don't worry.
I have strong interest on that.
Don't worry. I will tell him what you said.
Thank you, Doctor. Okay.
And the current dean in USIM law faculty is also our friend, is our alumni as well. Dr. Arif Fahmi, Associate Professor
Yes,
Arif
Dr. Arif
Fahmi.
Fahmi.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay.
We have
Good to
strong
know
connection
that.
between UCM and UAE.
Oh yeah, inshallah. It's always like that. Like abang adik, eh? Okay. Thank you, Amirul. Next, please. Imran, please. Why you? What holds you? What holds you from talking?
I'm waiting the others.
Allah, waiting.
Okay. Assalamualaikum, Doctor, and also my friends.
Salam.
My name is Imran. So currently I'm staying in Kuala Lumpur Baru. Okay, I was graduated from AIKOL last semester this year, and currently I'm doing MCL full-time coursework, and this is my first semester. And also nice to meet you, Doctor, again.
Thank you. I remember you were asking whether information technology law was to be introduced at that time, which
Yes,
was not ready. Then you had to graduate before it was ready. So is that the reason why now you are doing your masters?
Yes, one of it, Doctor.
That is a big incentive for you to get into this class. Well, welcome you and all the best for it. So you have been you didn't do chambering then?
Not yet, Doctor.
Not yet. Also for Lokman and Farah, you guys have not done chambering, yeah? Okay. You want to postpone it?
We joined the master straight away after we finish our degree.
Okay, good to know that. Okay, Lokman, please.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Alright,
Thank you, Imran.
Assalamualaikum and very good evening to my fellow classmates and to you, Dr. Sonny. My name
Yeah.
is Muhammad Lukman Hakim, but people usually call me by my last name, Hakim. So,
Okay.
same with Imran and Farah Amira, I graduated from IIU last semester. And then straight away, I made a decision to pursue my master's degree in MCL. And this is my first semester. So I didn't have any professional experience apart from my internship at the AIAC or Asian International Arbitration Center. I did for 3 months. And what else? I'm from Kedah, yes.
Okay. Are you now in Kedah?
No, I'm in KL.
Okay. Yeah, Hakim then. So I will call you Hakim. I don't remember what I called you in the past, but I remember your face.
Yeah, I was in your thoughts one back in 2016. My first class actually was with you.
Yeah. You see how time flies, and
Yeah, how time flies.
when people saw me, they will remember their first days in IIUM.
Yeah, and I remember you.
Wow, okay.
Okay, thank
So
you, sir.
good to know that. All right, thank you, Hakim. And next, please, have Farah, please.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farah Amira. People usually call me with not my name. People usually call me as Yah, but sir, you usually call me as Farah, right? So whatever you comfortable with lah.
All right.
So I'm just graduated from IIUM, and I don't have any professional background, and I don't want to practice. I don't want to do my chambering. I want to pursue my PhD, and inshallah, I will be a lecturer one day. Please pray for me.
Okay, are you inspired by any lecturer before?
Actually, I inspired
lot of
by.
them. Yeah. Maybe a lot of them, yeah, in the past.
Yeah. Actually, my aunt, if you know Nazura Abdul Manap, is my
Oh,
inspiration. Yeah. She also teach this subject, cyber law,
I know, I know.
and I don't think that I will ask her question. I will ask you.
Oh, we have worked together for several things in the past.
Oh.
Yeah, examining same PhD students. Because we are sharing same areas, so there are higher chance for us at the same area to actually communicate, to exchange, to examine one another's students. You know, for example, my student will be examined by Prof. Nazura, and her student will be examined by me. So and we would talk sometimes. So it's good to know you are her relative. What, you are her niece? Yeah, she's
Yeah.
your auntie.
Yes. Okay.
Fine. So all the best. Lecturing is very rewarding work. Yeah. Maybe when you hear from me, I might be biased, but there are lots of dynamics and challenges as well in this area. But I wish you all the best, because you have to strive for higher degrees, inshallah, and try to be always inquisitive. Try to find out new things, find new problems, and so on. All the best for you, Farah. Oh yeah, whatever it is.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, Farah. Thank you. Next is Amasa, is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
Prof. Assalamu alaikum, Prof. And
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
good day, everyone, my fellow classmates.
Mm-hmm.
So, my name is Aljanna Firdaus Amasa. You can call me Firdaus, you can call me Aljanna, whichever one you choose to. I'm from Nigeria.
Nigeria, okay.
And I did my first degree in Nigeria, particularly University of Ilorin. So, this is my second semester MCL,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have any serious background on cyber law, but I did a diploma in computer science sometimes before my first degree. So I have a bit of some interest in issues relating with computer and data and things like that.
Good thing. So things that you learned in the past will supplement whatever you are learning in this class, inshallah. Good to know. Are you now in Nigeria or in Malaysia?
I'm in Malaysia.
In campus, yeah? On
Yes,
campus.
yes.
I see. There is another one, Hafsat, you know her?
Yes. She already left in February.
She completed already.
Yes.
Was doing a cyber law in my class as well.
Yes, sir.
Good to know that. So Al Jannah, yeah, better I call Al Jannah. Firdaus is in Malaysia, Indonesia. Firdaus is for male.
Yeah, there are male that bear the name too in Nigeria, both male and females.
Okay.
Yes.
Just like my name, Sonny, in some places it is for female. So they thought, if they didn't know me, they thought I'm a woman.
Yes, until I got to this class, I was expecting a female lecturer.
Really?
Yes.
So you did not do your homework enough. Okay. Because we have Dr. Sodik, yeah, from Nigeria also, in AIKOL. And I had a PhD student from Nigeria, graduated already. Alhamdulillah. He was writing on cybercrime related area in Nigeria.
Okay,
yeah. Okay, Jana, thank you. Are we done, everyone? Oh, we have Surani. Yes, please.
Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, Doctor and my fellow classmates. My name is Surani J. Ismail. Call me Su or Surani. I am currently in Kelantan. I graduated from IIUM since 2003. And then I proceeded
Oh, mashallah. Okay.
as advocate and a solicitor until 2008. Then I joined Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia, LHDN, as legal counsel until now. So I am
I see.
LHDN scholarship for this master. So this
Oh,
is my
interesting. This is your what?
second
First, second semester.
I'm doing MCL mixed mode. I'm doing some dissertation for the IRBM.
What is that? IRBM?
Research on
relating to your LHDN thing.
Yes.
Okay. Who supervises your work?
I'm currently asking permission from Dr. I cannot remember his name. Yes.
Because it is on taxation law, yeah?
Yes. Already emailed.
MashaAllah, you are on the area which not many people like actually. I think taxation law is such a haunting area. This at least my personal view, yeah.
Yes.
But I admire people who are into this area because we really need these people who know this area and who are in this area, and it is so much relevant for your work as well.
Yes.
So Surani, all this while you have been in Kelantan?
No, I just came back to Kelantan last week before
I
the
see.
MCO starts.
So basically you are on leave from work or
Yes,
not?
leave because I got full scholarship for full-time study.
Right. And it is in LHDN Kelantan?
No, Cyberjaya, the headquarters.
Oh, okay. Okay, headquarters. Good, at least we have now more people now of our network in LHDN. Believe me, when you work, you don't really want to have any issue with LHDN, yeah? So Surani, we are not very far apart because I graduated in year 2000. Yeah, around some years before you. So you maybe you know this Sharul Mizan was with us.
Yes.
He was in your batch.
It's my batch.
He's now with UKM.
Mm.
Okay, good to know. Surani, thank you. So
thank you.
Welcome. Are we done with the intro, everyone? Good.
Yes, sir.
And somehow I saw in the group somebody left. Maybe she's no longer with us, is it? Somebody left the group. Do you know her?
Yes, Shaza, right?
I don't know. She doesn't say anything. He or she. So is she no longer taking the subject or what?
I think so, sir, because she actually take another subject. I don't know why she is in our class. Like,
oh, so she is not initially in our class.
Yeah, I don't know why she is in our group actually. Yeah.
Mungkin tersesat dalam lost in cyberspace. Okay. But I noticed, of course, this week is still the add and drop week. And this has been in the past situation where we have not really a fixed students, yeah. Either we get additions or maybe we may lose some after the first week, and some people just want to try the class. Or maybe they want to have a better look of everything, then they will decide later. It just sometimes this thing happen, which is all right, yeah, which is all right. So we will see, maybe by next week things will get more fixed, yeah, like how many people. At the same time, I was also supposed to invite another student. She is going to write a PhD on related matter, so she didn't have the relevant background in cyber law, so it is better for her to sit in my class. I did this to some other students in the past as well. They wanted to write something on cyber law, but they never sit on cyber clause. That can be a problem, because I used to have students like that before. Maybe the interest just came later, so they wanted to join, they wanted to write, but it will be hard if you never took a subject, because you do not really learn the basic concepts, you know, the construct, yeah, the construct, social and legal construct behind the subject matter. That's why whatever you do, you want to do any research, it is better for you to actually be exposed to this theoretical experience, yeah, by sitting in the classes which are relevant. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the introduction. Really, for the online class, if you want to switch off your camera after this, I'm all right with that, as long as you are there. But for perhaps presentations, then we will need you to show your nice face again, yeah? And also for better interaction in future. Okay, let me now show you what I mentioned about the video. Actually, the kuliah wanted us to prepare something short about our subject. So I prepared this. So I'm not going to show you the video, but the slides only, the slides. Yeah. Let me look into it now. Okay, I'll share you the screen with you. I'll share the screen first. So please let me know if you have seen it. Okay, do you see it now?
Yes, bro.
Yes, bro.
Very good. Thank you. So Joshua, this is a very short slide. We are still at the introductory level, yeah. So don't worry, still have time for all the subjects. So this is what I want to show you. So I made a video actually explaining this slide, but this is very short version of the introduction to the subject. Okay, that cartoon was made when I attended an internet global meeting in Singapore, I think, back in 2011. So perhaps I was that chubby at that time, I don't know. Or they just dramatized the facial figure of mine. So this was me at that time. Now you see, okay, just a brief intro about myself. I wrote this PhD back in 2003, but because I was working at that time, I was teaching also in MMU at that time, full-time teacher, lecturer in Multimedia University in Cyberjaya. So I did my PhD about 6 years. So I finished by 2009. And the thesis I wrote was on information security law. Yeah, you can have a check on that in library database actually. So I wrote this thesis encompassing a lot of issues which are all related to the information security law. There was no such a work before. People, of course, been talking about information security, but not from legal perspective. So I wrote about it. So I encountered many issues at that time, including the issue of data theft, the issue of cyber crimes, data theft, and then cyber terrorism, and then the protection of critical information infrastructures in Malaysia. So what I did was investigating and analyzing all the relevant laws in Malaysia which relate to information security. I was also talking about the data proprietization, on how you proprietize the data and whether the law accepts that. Okay, so that is my experience with my PhD thesis. But what I didn't write here, I also wrote an MCL dissertation back then in 2001, I wrote about personal data protection law. That time, Malaysia was having this draft law, so I was critically analyzing the provisions of the draft law on data protection in Malaysia. That is in 2001, yeah. So I have 18 years of teaching and research experience, including 10 years in IIUM. So the other 8 years range or spans in some universities, but the longest would be MMU for about 6 years. Then that academic publications I have. So you can have a look to these publications by looking by dropping by the IIUM IREP. IREP stands for Institutional Repository, yeah, of IIUM. You click IREP, irep.iium.edu.my, then you can search every lecturer's publication. All lecturers' name will be there, and you can check their publications. So I have about 132 publication entries. It is not all full articles. Some of them are slides that I presented in conferences, yeah, and events. Okay, so far, alhamdulillah, completed 3 PhD supervision as a main supervisor. Now 2 are still ongoing. MCL 7, 5 completed. My social media, I'm an intermediate user, more for networking and research related, and less on popular issues. Okay. This is the title of my postgraduate thesis status. The reason I'm showing you is that I want to show you the extent and the scope of this cyber law. Even though not all of these are going to be learned specifically in the class, but the course that you will learn under this course, under this subject, will enable you to look into lots of issues. Yeah. So let me just read, for example, here, the relevance of Budapest Convention on Cybercrime in Nigeria. This is my PhD student, yeah, recently, about 2 years ago, I think, finished. Then e-commerce law in Palestine, yeah, with special reference to apportionment of liabilities. So I'd like to actually just give explanation to each of these, so you can have some ideas, in future, what is it that you are looking at. But I must tell you, not everything we will actually discuss in the class. Like, for example, the first one, so far this is the biggest convention in cybercrime, the first and only so far, of international convention which deals with something to do with the cybercrime. Yeah. So the issue was whether or not it is applicable in Nigeria and to what extent. That was actually the issue. And then in Palestine, e-commerce, interesting, even though Palestine has many issues going on, but e-commerce is also moving. I think our friend Allah in Syria can also say that, in Arab countries, generally e-commerce is also getting its limelight here, by similarly growing. Yeah. And we are talking about the apportionment of liabilities. Why is that? Because with the nature of the e-commerce, sometimes the idea of who is responsible for what is getting blurred. What I'm saying is that if any consumer, for example, suffers some losses, or they say that the thing that they ordered online was not as to what they thought they will get, so who should be responsible here? I mean, we are looking at many actors in between in any transaction. Just like when you buy anything from Lazada or from Shopee, yeah, many things can happen, and we want to ensure Someone must be held responsible. Yeah. Next, privacy and personal data protection in electronic voting, Indonesian case study. This is the only one among this list which is not done by a law student. Yeah, this one is done by an ICT student, KICT student. So I'm a co-supervisor for this. So we were looking at the nature of the electronic voting and to what extent the data is protected. Yeah, very interesting. Then this is fresh or freshly finished or completed, the Internet of Things, legal analysis on security, privacy, and data ownership in Malaysia. Yeah. Then also we have consumer protection in e-commerce. Okay, this is a comparative study between UAE and Egyptian laws. Then we have judicial approaches on the infringement of privacy rights in Malaysia. How the courts in Malaysia have, um, recognized and upheld, yeah, the right to privacy. This is not exactly a cyber law issue, but right to privacy becomes so prominent when it comes to cyberspace because our privacy is very much, yeah, in challenged, yeah, by the nature of the digital environment. Then the Malaysian Media Council. Sometimes I also enter into media law, yeah, issues of public interest, freedom of mass media, and so on. And then also developing the legal electronic health data protection in Bangladesh, yeah. Then our friend Abdul Qadir may want to check here. This our PhD student just completed his submitting for examination. Then masters, cyber terrorism. Wow, cyber terrorism, yeah. So an analysis of law in Oman. Okay. So my students had been quite international, yeah. We have this now from Oman with special reference to the Islamic law. Privacy issues in electronic surveillance in Malaysia. Comparative analysis between common law and Sharia. Actually, this was also a Bangladeshi student. Yeah, we are looking at the, the use of the surveillance camera, many other things, yeah, and how the issue of security and privacy and so on. Electronic signature in Iraqi law. My Iraqi students, yeah, she finished this and she joined. She's actually part of she's a government service there, in the government service. So she wanted to know about this area, something to do with the e-government services in Iraq. Then identity crime in digital environment, comparative study between common law and Sharia as applied in Mauritania. This is a master, yeah, in the past, yeah, master dissertation about identity theft. And also here, the student also highlighted it from the Sharia perspective. Very beautifully he had done it. And with the Sharia background, we have somebody from Sharia just now, yeah, from Tanzania. But yeah, you with your Sharia background, you are able to see how the Sharia law are adapting to this issue of identity theft. Criminal law protection against exposure of children to online pornography in Libya. Now, this is another Libyan student. And then last but not least, the law on cross-border data transfer in ASEAN countries. This is an Indonesian student. Okay, you see quite a variety of areas, yeah, but what is the main theme behind all this? I mentioned to you, it's either the digital environment as well as the data issue, yeah. Because of that, then we have so many issues, many issues, yeah. Okay, so for this class, yeah, okay, brothers and sisters, this is exactly about our class here. The main topics we are going to cover, more or less, I compress the topics that we will learn throughout the semester. First one is about the internet governance and content regulation. We are actually starting with the internet. What is internet? How it evolved, and then how then people start to talk about regulating the internet. Why should we regulate the internet? Also, the next question is, can we regulate the internet? Yeah. First was should we regulate the internet, and then the next question will be can we? And so it's a question of how. Okay. And then also the issue of content regulations. You know, some laws are put there by many in many jurisdictions. Yeah, prohibiting certain types of content, which is very interesting. For example, of course, what is prohibited in Malaysia is different from what is prohibited in Thailand, for example, or in the US compared to what is prohibited in the Europe or in Arab countries. So these differences will be subject to the the social background, yeah, of people, what is accepted, what is not accepted, and so on. Then we have cybercrime and cybersecurity issues, and then of course lots of types of crimes. Yeah, we will learn generally, but not all. Yeah, but we will at least show you some trend. Yeah, and then online privacy and data protection. Yeah, we talk about privacy first, and then how you protect the data in commercial transactions. And then electronic commerce law, including electronic contract law, and also the consumer protection, because these are very much interrelated. Yeah, first about the commercial industry, and second is about the protection to the of the consumers itself. Yeah. Okay. So next is not less interesting, is the intellectual property law in cyberspace. So these are more or less, actually we have many topics, but I compressed them into this. I'll show you later about it. Then next, modes of delivery. Okay, in this ERTL, emergency remote teaching and learning mode, lectures will start online using both synchronous and asynchronous methods. When possible, face-to-face lectures may be made too. Maybe now it is not possible, maybe, I don't know, because this was prepared sometime before that. When possible. Because why was it thought like that? Because we only have a few people, like 10 people. If people are around, then we can have class. Maybe after PKPB, let's see if you are all in the campus and things get easier. You know, we can have a gathering. We can start with something related with these topics, and then anything else. You know, at least just to get together. But we will see, because for now we don't really think about it now. I think things will go online. Okay, the issue about, there are two things here, as you see, synchronous and asynchronous. Synchronous meaning live, yeah, live, like what we have now. It is a live session. I'm speaking at the same time you listen, you hear what I'm speaking. So this is synchronous. But sometimes we may also resort to asynchronous method. Asynchronous method means it is still online, but it is not live session. So it so happened, brothers and sisters, remember we have supposed to be 5 hours every day, right? Between 5 to 9. We have freedom and liberty to actually mix, yeah, the delivery method. So it won't be, in most cases, yeah, it won't be a full 5 hours of teaching online synchronously. It will not be like that. What I can also do is that allocate the remaining hours for you to do on your own, for you to proceed with what needs to be done every time and then. Okay, so I hope you understand with what we mean here. It doesn't mean 5 hours at all time. Okay. For now, okay, we will use this. We have few methods now: Google Meet, and then we also have our WhatsApp, yeah, communications. Maybe one day we will use email as well. Okay, or any other things. As for the as for the final exam later on, maybe we are supposed to use iTalim. We will see. Yeah, it's actually, the choice is between iTalim or Google Classroom, but we may be using the iTalim. Other than my lecture, okay, this is especially for those of you who just joined the master program. We have what we call as seminars, yeah, student seminars. Seminars here means it is you to deliver. Yeah, it is like when you had tutorials, yeah, especially from law program, you have 1 hour of tutorial where you actually take you play the role, you take part, you speak, you present, and so on and so forth. So more or less, but we don't really call it tutorial because the nature is actually seminar. Seminar is means you are. It is your part next to share with us, and then state your opinion, state your analysis, and then we will discuss from there. Okay, that is the modes of delivery. Also, I like to highlight to you that I'm going to use my blog. Has anyone ever dropped by my blog just in case? It is sonnyzulhuda.com. Yeah, I will show you because I have lots of materials to show you from that blog. I will show you later. So this can be a secondary resources here to get whatever materials. Okay, then with the modes of delivery, now is the assessment. Okay, assessment, I guess everyone wants to know that. We will have final exam. As you see, 40%, yeah, 40% of this assessment comes from final exam. And then we have a, yes, I go from the bottom. Okay, final exam is 40%. And then academic paper writing, it is 30%. So it's quite a huge paper writing. So doing masters, you are actually being trained to a number of things. Number one is the skill of research. Okay. Second, the skill of presentations of the outcome of your research. That's why we put a very big mark, or allocate big marks on academic papers, which is 30%. So how do we do that? I'm going to give you the list of the topics, yeah, from which you can choose. Okay, normally these topics I will update from time to time. Yeah, looking at the recent, issues or trends. Then I will let you choose. You have to choose among you, and I mean it is a individual work, not group. It is individual work. So it is 30%. Normally it is due before the exam. So before the exam, then you submit. Okay, I will come with more details on this, of course, on the formatting, and also on the title especially. Yeah. Then the other two things. Okay, this is what I mean by seminar. Okay, there are two types of seminar where you will be taking time to speak. Yeah, I will then mute my mic, so my turn to listen. Okay, so we will have two types of exercises. The first one is lesser than the other. The first one is class assignment. I just call it class assignment, but I will allocate few things, and then there is class presentation. Okay. So I'm going to decide very soon what comes under each of these, yeah, class assignment, class presentation. It may mean that the class assignment that you come with a very, summarized form of work, okay, either in writing or sharing orally, okay. But the class presentation 20% is something more specific, more proper presentation. I'll give you around 30 minutes to present to the whole class. Okay, so we will have that. We have about 11 or 12 weeks from now, and we will cover those things in between. So if we have like 10 people and each get like 30 minutes, which means we may accommodate around 2 people, yeah, every day. So maybe we will start sometime in the week, maybe 4 or 5, it depends. Okay, so every week we will have 2 people to speak. Okay, that is the 20% we have. Of course, maybe I will start first with my lecture, like half an hour or more. Yeah, after that, then you take turn presenting your topic. So This one, let me just digest the title very soon in this first week. Then hopefully can get back to you with the details of the topics for each of this presentation, class assignment, as well as the academic paper. In fact, brothers and sisters, if you already have some topics, okay, that you are doing or you want to do the research on, then you can suggest to me, and you can suggest to me. I may be suggesting to improve or to fine tune the title. Then you can work on. Yeah, but if I think that this title is not really the an issue today rather than in the past, maybe it is an issue in the past but not today, then I will suggest a different thing. Yeah, you can do that in this first week, to suggest that you have this area or this title you want to write on. That is for the academic paper, the 30%. Yeah, I think it would be also nice if you have something of your own that you want to research on related to this. But in order to help you to decide what areas, then I will show you. Okay, this is the last of the slide. Are you still there?
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, Prof.
Yes.
Yes, Prof.
Yes, we're listening.
I know you're still there. Okay. You know why? Because my screen was covered. I only see my slides. Now I can see your face again. Okay. Is there any questions so far?
Yes, Prof. One question.
Please.
Is there any limited pages for the academic paper we have to write?
Okay, this is already very specific and technical thing. Yeah, I'm going to advise you very soon about this. But by experience in the past, it will be between 15 to 20 pages. Yeah, single space. I like single spacing. So if you talk about 1.5 or double spacing, it will be more than that then. Yeah, so between 15 to 20 pages is what I think is just nice. Okay, anything else?
Doctor,
Yes,
for the
Surya.
academic paper, is it
Yeah.
related to the class presentation? Is it reduced
Um,
in writing?
no, actually no. Not. In fact, we are looking at different things. Yeah. But we will see, because otherwise it will be just the same thing. So we want something different. Yeah, you present on something and then write on something else. Maybe they can be related, but it is not the same thing. It is not like that you are presenting the paper that you want to write. It is not like that. Anything
Yeah,
else?
Prof, I have a question. Is it
Yeah.
this academic paper is for publication or not?
Yeah, publication is not for me to decide because I'm not having a journal of my own. But I'm looking forward. You see, you want to hit two things at once, right? So you want to do a big paper, you put your efforts. Why don't you also target for publications? So what you can do is, okay, well, this is perhaps never mind. Formatting can come later, but maybe at least the approach needs to be academic approach. That's why I call it academic paper. There are some basic principles like, structure and then referencing, yeah, bibliographies need to be there, so I would be happy if those papers can qualify and can be further improved, yeah, for publications. Yeah, it may be done in future. So it will be good to also target that one. Okay, anything
Yes,
else?
Okay, thank you.
on the question that Brother Kevin just asked, can you suggest a few publications for this particular field that we can look forward to their criteria?
Sorry, I'm not very clear. Can you repeat?
Okay, I said based on the just asked question, I wanted to suggest a few publications that we can look forward to?
You mean the journals, the publishers, is it?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah. I can suggest you a few things. But first thing first, perhaps our own IUM Law Journal is a good publications. Yeah, IUM Law Journal is also indexed internationally by World of Web of Science with WOS. So if you have your article written there, it's really read by huge readership. Yeah. I know because I was in the journal editorial for 2 years, yeah, in the past. So there are so many. I mean, our journal is really popular, hugely popular, because it has been indexed internationally. It would be different if it is not yet indexed. Then not many people will want to send their papers. So it will be great achievement, I think, as a bonus, I would say, if that paper can be published there. So we can talk about it later, but it is not really part of the assessment. Yeah, the assessment uh, will not include the publications issue. Anything else?
Okay, thank you, Prof.
All right.
Rawa, I just want to ask about, have you ever heard about the dark web or deep web?
I've heard about it.
I think I want to know more about the dark web and deep web because this is the dark side of the world. And there
Why do
are
you want
like,
to know the dark side?
yeah, because this is quite popular in US, UK, is outside Malaysia. However, nowadays there are some of the Malaysian has access to it, and I think this is not a good. This is not a good web, and yeah, probably yeah, because the name also the dark web, right? And I've searched. There are actually someone still search make a research about the dark web, and I think I want to know more about this. I just want to know that whether I can include this to be my of the academic papers.
Yes, yes, it is part of the thing that we are looking at actually, because when you talk about the internet, how things work, and then we will encounter this issue that internet is not the only internet that we know, but there is some space in the internet that we never knew, and they are much bigger space than what we know. The
It
things
is
that we
said
know.
that it is said that our internet that we are seeing right now, it's just the tip of the iceberg. The rest of
Yeah,
it is the dark web, the
it's
so-called dark
true.
web.
It's true. It's true.
Dangerous as well.
It's true because this is where you can literally find about anything. Yeah, you just like you want to buy pirated DVDs now. You cannot go to Loyat or to known places. You must go to the unknown places. Then they will show you this is where you can get the pirated DVDs, pirated CDs, and so on. So dark web is beyond the reach of the traditional law, traditional legal and political outreach, because it is a collaborative effort as well by people out there, and they will try to keep this part of webs or of the internet, beyond the reach of the law. But that does not mean that the law can never reach there, because we have cases that people were successfully um, uh, arrested or successfully taken action against for something that they did in the dark web. Okay, we will actually have some discussions about that. But actually, as a matter of fact, in the past, I asked my students to research about it. Yeah? So you can share with the others what you found about the dark web. Okay, so what I just want to highlight to you, yes, it is very interesting to know that this space in the internet is there, you know, where people are so freely exchanging things, and without adequate, yeah, legal supervisions. Okay, but in order to reach there, you need to know how to get there. It's not just simply search just by any users. Okay, so that's what I can say about it. Okay, so we still have few perhaps minutes to before we decide to give you the liberty of your own. I hope you are still fine. And you know, this class can be tiring of listening to me speaking. So you are being cautioned from day one. So the tips for you is to get some glass of water near you. Or in case you just need to go away for a while, then just do it and you can come back to the screen. Okay, guys, know what I want to share with you is my blog. Okay. In normal circumstances, I've been using either iTalim or Google Classrooms to upload my materials. But for this class, I have been using my blog. Now, I mean, I'm sharing with you. Let me now share with you. But no, this is not the one I want to share. Mana lah tadi? Window. Okay, tell me if you see this. Okay, this is it. Do you see now?
Yes, bro. Okay.
Okay, this is my blog. I have built this blog since year 2008, so it's been 12 years, yeah, 2008. Maybe Imran was still in school in 2008. Yeah, Imran.
Yes, but my UPSR that.
But UPSR. So I've been writing in this blog page about many cyber law related issues since 2008. Actually, okay, you can see each of this is an article on its own. Some of them are very short articles, some are longer. Some of these are in Bahasa, and many more of these are actually in English. But now there is no issue. You just open the Bahasa version and then you can switch on the translate, yeah. For Al-Jannah, for Abdul Qadir, you can do that. So look at each of this. You see the vast area I was writing. For example, the first one, embracing the data economy, what is at stake for legal academia, and then this coronavirus signifying the end of globalization, trust over data, the curious case of TikTok and the data flow. You know that TikTok is now being banned in the US, right? So I was just giving my short comments about this. Why is it banned? And quite interesting. It's all about data. It is all about data. Apa itu perlindungan data pribadi? What is a data protection law? What is personal data protection? Then here, data protection versus pandemic tracking and movement and measurements. Then perlindungan data pribadi, personal data protection, and hak asasi manusia in cyber era. Talking about data protection and human rights. Here, also data protection and civil liberties. And then adab or akhlak, etiquette, yeah, ethics in the digital era. Yeah, adab, you know, in Arabic, yeah, adab is adab, al adab, al adab, adabani rabbi fa ahsana ta'dibi. But adab in bahasa is more or less like that, but about ethics. Okay. Then here, 3 major legal risks in remote teaching and learning. Then talking about cybersecurity during pandemic, about using the Zoom and data protection ecosystem in financial. Okay, it is quite endless. You know, I've been writing sometime every week, sometime few in a month. Okay, never mind. I'm now showing off for a while. See the all these things. Apalah kesannya showing off, tak apa, showing off for untuk kebaikan. Yeah. So have a look and drop by, and but this is not what I really want you to look at. Actually, there is a page. You see here, down here, page. CV law 121115. This is one law 17435. Actually, it is also there up here. Okay. Law 7435. Then you click on this. Okay. Actually, when you click on this, as you see here, there is a word protected. What does it mean? The first time you open this page, it will ask you to write a password or passcode. Okay, because I dedicate this only for my cyber law students. So you write the passcode 4309. Okay, that's the number. Okay, 4309. Arba' thalatha sifr and tis'ah. Yeah, okay. So you the moment you put the number, then you can see the whole page. Okay, what is this page about? This page is about this course, about this class. Yeah. So I wrote here the subject, program, schedule. I think schedule here, the classroom, I don't know if it is correct. Then instructor, and then this primary reading materials. Okay, somebody was asking me yesterday if there is any specific textbook. Okay, for your information, there is no required textbook for this class. Okay, there is no required textbook for this class. However, there are some books that I consider as reading materials. Yeah, primary reading materials. So it will be good that if you read them. Okay. Then also the question asked me whether there's any book we should buy. No. Why not? This is cyber law, this cyberspace era. Everything is there in the cyberspace, I can tell you. So the books that I'm also recommending have their ebook, ebook version online. And I have put everything here for you. Okay. Lawrence Lessig 2006 Code and Other Law of Cyberspace. So the moment you click, you will take the code, the ebook. Yeah, simple. Of course, there is hundreds of pages. So it is up to you. You want to print it out and make look like a book, which is nice, at least something. Or you just want to keep it electronically. You want to refer to it electronically. It's also up to you. Second, James Grimmelman. Also, this one I must say, very comprehensive one. Good for learning. The first one, Lawrence Lessig, is good because it gives you the fundamentals of fundamental and sometimes philosophical concept of cyber law. Of course, it's written by American professor Lawrence Lessig. He was actually a constitutional law professor. He turned to the technology law professor. Yeah. Go ahead and browse this book. And then second one is good because it is actually compiling many works, and which becomes a very interesting catalog of works in one book. Yeah, so it's very interesting. This is the latest edition 2020. Okay. Next, this is also a simple book. This one is simpler book compared to the first two. Jovan Kurbalija. Yeah. It's European name, a little bit strange. Yeah? So you can get the book as well, and this is written in very easy and simple language because Jovan does not write this for law students. Yeah, For the first and second, I think they have their law students community around them. So this writing is for the law students. But for the third one, it is not only for law students, but in fact for anybody else, including IT students and so on. So it is also interesting to see his work.
Sir, I tried. Sorry, sir. I tried to open James Grimmel Man, but it said that ever feel you are in the wrong place. Page not found.
Oh, really, really, really. And you know what happened was, okay, I know the problem. There is one period full stop at the back there. You should delete it. You get what I mean?
What, sir? I don't get it.
Full stop, titik, full stop. Ada full stop at the back of PDF.
Oh, okay.
So you delete that full stop. Try. The last full stop. The
Yes.
last.
Okay,
Can.
Had written it is not working.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay, it worked.
It is now working, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So all the three books should be there. I have, in fact, checked it today, but I think I have to change this formatting, yeah, not to include the full stop at the back. Okay. Next, you see each topic there, yeah. The way I do, actually, okay, is this our course outline? Yes, this is our course outline. But what I can say, this is already an improved course outline. Okay, this is an improved course outline from the one which is officially provided by the university. Can we do that? Yes, because from time to time, we, the lecturers, we will improve, yeah. But sometimes the improvement that we make may not necessarily been recorded yet in the system. So the thing that you learn, you get from the system, maybe still an old version. So I don't want to waste the time by getting the old version to be updated. So I just provide it here. Okay. So as you see, first topic, introduction to the internet and internet governance. This is a little bit technical, but not really technical. It is more from the governance perspective, but it is not very much legal, not legalistic. Okay. So we talk about how internet came out, and then the issue of governance. So the synopsis that comes after each of the title actually tells you the scope of the topic. Yeah. What is the internet and how does it evolve? Who were involved in the beginning of the internet deployment? How is the internet built and structured? Is there a structure at all? What is the future of the internet according to Prof. Zitran? What is meant by the internet governance? Who governs the internet? What is meant by a multi-stakeholder governance of the internet? And who are the actors of the internet governance? How do you get all this? Then the next, references actually will help you to get some of these answers to these questions. Okay, you see from book Jovan's book and then Jonathan Zitran's. Also, they have this ebook. Yeah, Milton Muller. So each of these is either an ebook or a paper, academic paper. So the approach that we'll do is that I'm not going to cover each and every single question here and give you the answer for it, but I do provide all the materials and references here is for you to look around. And maybe some of them we will do it in seminars. So sometimes, okay, this is what we may or we may not do in the future is that we will have a student seminar where they will explain the internet trends and how they relate to legal issues. So maybe you have heard about Internet of Things, dark web. You mentioned about dark web. Here is the word dark web. big data, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, blockchain, social media, surveillance, critical information infrastructure. What are all these? These are all, we will look into it from technical perspective rather than legal. Yeah. So give me some time to see what kind of student seminar we want to do relating to this. Also, there is another one. So I'm not going to read each line. Yeah, just to show you. Then you see topic number 2, the law of cyberspace. Then we start to talk about the law, about the coming of the law. Why then it is interesting to understand the regulation. Is it necessary to regulate the internet? Is it possible in the first place? Is it not the internet the place that cannot be regulated, and so on? So we have this kind of discussion, very interesting. Among these articles, there are some people who actually contradict one another, meaning one paper is discussing the other person's paper. So if you look at this one, student seminar, we have number 1 comment on the debate between Easterbrook and Lessig. Easterbrook versus Lessig on the law of the horse. Oh, so you can see here. Yeah, Easterbrook is here in 96 and Lawrence Lessig in 1999. Okay, for your information, most of these conceptual legal debates about the law of the internet actually emerged at these years, yeah, 95, 96, 97, up to the beginning of 2000. It is not very old, isn't it? Unlike when you learn about law of property, law of crime, things will get, dated back to 700, 1800, early 1900. But for the cyberspace, law of cyberspace, this is the time. Yeah. So there were these 2 articles. Yeah. One written by Easterbrook, is a judge, and then another by Lawrence Lessig. Actually, they debate about what they call as law of the horse. Very interesting. I will let you know what will be the next discussions among this. We will be talking about among these things. Yeah. And then let me just go very quickly because it is Maghrib time. I think I want to stop soon after this. Okay, topic 3 is about internet content regulation. You see the sub issues here. What is content regulation? Is content regulation legal and constitutional? What are the different approaches taken by governments worldwide? Yeah. How is, for example, you're talking about internet censorship. Yeah. How does it happen in China? How does it happen in Iran? How does it happen in Thailand? How does it happen in European countries as well? So we have different methods and approaches. Yeah, it will be interesting to know. And America as well, they're also exercising some control over content. So it is interesting to know. Then in this, especially in this area, we have plenty of cases you can have a look. Yeah, but don't worry, I'm not going to rush you and to chase you to read all of this, but we will see. We will just pick, few cases that are more prominent. Topic number 4, electronic commerce law. Before I go further, if you realize some of this article, we have the direct access like this one, but some of this we don't. So I just give you the information of the content. It's either you can find in the library or you get the hard copy books, or maybe you try your best to get the ebook for it. Yeah, it is really up to you how to find. But then I have few articles that I listed, my own. You can get it from me directly. Don't worry about it. And then we have these Malaysian reported cases. Yeah, all these come with the citation. Okay, for those of you who are not familiar, each of these case, if they are Malaysian cases, they are reported in Lexis, in Malayan Law Journal. It can be accessed in the Lexis database, in our library database. I hope you would know how to do it. Yeah, how to access, even from your home, you can access the database in our library. Okay, topic number 4 is electronic commerce law. So it is about contract online. It is about whether the contract is, is effective, and then the signature, electronic signature, and then consumer protection online. But then we have few latest issues or trends, yeah, such as blockchain. Yeah, blockchain has been used in contracts as well as the big data analytics. How this will implicate from legal perspectives. Okay, have a look to this. And then topic number 5 is privacy in the cyberspace. So what is privacy? The scope of the right to privacy, and then interestingly, how Islam views privacy. Is it in existence or not? So we have very interesting discussion on in Islamic perspective of privacy. How does privacy evolve in common law, and then how is it in Malaysia, the law of privacy? Then we have few things here, and then some cases. Yeah, some cases again you can get from the databases. Then topic number 6 and 7, they are attached to each other because relating to data protection. Okay, data protection law, about what it is, and then what are the main principles, then the exceptions, the right of data subjects. These are all in one lah. But I divided into two. Why? Because the last one, the topic 7, it is emerging issues on data protection. Yeah, there are few emerging issues. So we'll have few. Okay, I think in my case, I have most of these articles I have, so I do not provide it here because it is not open access, so I can provide from you once in a while according to my availability lah, according to availability of the material. Okay, we are almost at the end. Topic number 8 is cybercrime. Okay, this all type of cybercrime. Then we will look at the various types of cyber crimes, including the crime against the system, such as hacking, sabotage, virus, malware, and so on. And also we have cybercrime which is not related to technical, but rather on the method. For example, fraud online. Fraud is very rampant online now. They claim they are your friend using a fake account of Facebook and then asking to borrow money, isn't it? This is very rampant. At the end, you transfer the money and then say bye bye. This person you never know them, and then only then you realize you want to check, was it you or not? Then it is already too late. You should have checked from the very beginning. Come WhatsApp message and a Facebook message claiming to be your friend, and then you have not really checked. You don't call them. You should have called them. Yeah, especially if he claimed that this is a new account because the old account was deleted, cut, or was not whatsoever. This is all very rampant today. Yeah. Next, topic 9 is cybersecurity in cyber war. Okay, very interesting, because the next war will be, the next battleground will not be on the ground, but rather in the cyberspace. Yeah, then the question is some issues involving public international law will be involved. Yeah, the law of war, and some multilateral agreements. Yeah, okay. Okay, later on I will want to check one by one if any of this article I have the link or the ebook and so on, then I will provide. Don't worry, this I can always add or edit from time to time, yeah, in terms of the references. Okay, last but not least, okay, topic 10, intellectual property right in online environment. Okay, so we talk about copyright as well as the theft of data and confidential information in the internet. So each of these comes with some specific. See, I have the benefit of listing so many materials because I used to use them. I know these articles is good. So, but then it is back to your discretion really to choose which materials you think you want to read first, or which one you just want to read, browse very quickly, and which one you want to read more deeply. It is up to you, but I can help you. At least I will inform you from time to time which articles are the most relevant, the most significant among all. Okay, so this is all for what we're going to have when we meet next week, inshallah. We will start with the first issue on the introduction to the internet and internet governance. As for now, we will stop here, but in order to continue your own involvement for this class, yeah, then I will urge you to have a look to this blog, yeah, the blog page. Yeah, try to digest, try to like it, try to see what you can do in with this topic, or maybe you want to browse the reading materials. Yeah, I leave it to you. So you basically have the remaining hours of our class to do that, either at once today, or maybe you want to do it within several days in future before we come back for the next class, inshallah. Okay, any question?
Alright, Doctor.
Is there any question? Should you have any question, we have this WhatsApp to write, yeah, to exchange. So I hope you have a good day and good time with this cyber law. I know this is the first day, but looks like I've been, putting a lot of things, yeah. But don't worry, this is all what we are going to have for the whole semester. But the moment we start, we will do it one by one, bit by bit, yeah. And I will make sure that you will also be involved in the discussion, taking some parts to share it with the rest of the class. Okay, that is for now. Thank you very much for being there and for participating. I wish you all the best and take care. Stay safe this moment of time.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Doctor.
Thank you. Till see you again, inshallah, next week. Yeah, in the live session. But anything else, we just do it on WhatsApp for
Inshallah.
now. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day, Doctor.
Yes, thank you. You too. You too all.